not our cousin, apparently was going to be, which made Big Little not want to be there, and I didn't know why. Not that I had asked. It was dark. Dark in the country is really very dark. The stars are bright. Big Little's house is not really a house, but a long, skinny trailer resting lopsided off a dirt road that comes off an old route highway out on the edge of the woods. On the way there, Little told me that behind the trailer, through the woods, was a cornfield where this whacked-out kid is living in an abandoned shack, cooking meth. He knows this because he and his friend were riding bikes through the field the week before, and the kid came out and started shooting at them. Little said he could smell the meth chemicals cooking even from several yards away. He knows what it smells like because he used to cook meth years ago before he realized just how bad of an idea that was. He was riding bikes out there because he goes around the woods and all the surrounding areas, tearing apart abandoned houses for scrap metal he sells at junkyards. He makes between $80 and $200 a week this way, depending. But he hurts himself a lot. He was showing me a wound on his finger he had all wrapped up with duct tape from where he cut himself scrapping a few days before, as we pulled in alongside the muddy drive of the dark, now nearly invisible trailer. I flipped the key off. He flipped the interior car light on and displayed for me a long, jagged scar that ran along the inside of his forearm. This happened 2 months ago when a copper pipe he was prying out of a wall sprung the wrong way and tore him open from just above his wrist to the inside of his elbow. He showed me this scar with the emblematic wiry enthusiasm of my little, now 24 and still peachy keen, scrappy, scrapping his life away. When it happened, he told me proudly, he just stapled it together with super glue, then wrapped it tight with duct tape and kept on scrapping. He's a scrapper. The wound had done something that sort of resembled healing, so he figured it was all right. He turned the light off, rolled up a pair of shoes inside his 2 shirts, and asked if I wanted to come in for a second. I did want to come in. I wanted to smoke, and I couldn't smoke in the car I was driving, and it was raining outside. We clopped up the wilting porch of the trailer where rotting furniture was rotting in the rain on the drooping, decaying wood. The porch was threatening to metamorphose into an organic life form, or perhaps just mold itself back into the wet ground. Maybe the porch would liquefy and become a moat around the trailer, and you'd have to float on the couch to get across. Maybe even the couch would become an organic life form and give you a guided speaking tour of the trailer moat as it floated you up to the door. For months, my brothers had been telling me about these green, floating, gaseous orbs they see coming out of the woods that they think are coming from UFOs landing out there. But I think it's more of a combination of mold, the meth kid cooking out in the field, and also, last year the EPA cleaned off about 15 miles worth of toxic topsoil from this area. This was a prime county for asbestos factories in the 70s. The land is flat. It rains a lot. The toxic water seeps and sits. Oh well, green glowing orbs are a lot more fun to think of as alien life forms than all that other crap, especially if you're living with them. Especially if there's nothing you can do about them. What are you going to do? Try and communicate. Little opened the door. Inside, the trailer was pitch black and smelled of mold. I stepped into the wet blackness. During the 5-second count before the light was switched on, I noted that we were not alone in a painful way. In the not-so-distant darkness, I made out a small red light and someone breathing uncomfortably next to it. From the red light, sounds were coming out. Static, broken by broken voices, announcing numbers and positions. Little turned on a lamp. A few feet away, sitting next to the TV, was who I assumed to be Big Little's cousin. He was a doughy boy of about 21, dressed in a stretched-out white t-shirt and blue jeans. His face was as white as his shirt, and his eyes were swollen and glowed almost as red as the red light on the police scanner he held in his left hand. His right hand was holding on to